Hey everyone! Down here from the Tabo Concept here. Welcome back to Comic Studio for today, and we're the last video we have done here from the Mirrored Comic Studio, including for some sort of a previous comic studio like the Perfect Apocalypse as well. As we're already almost done for around here, we're not gonna be pretty done because eventually we should be able to get 4 things for a few left of these for the Alphabet Comic Studio, and for the Battlefield Dream Island, user obeisance we're not doing for this. That was completely legal at all, and we're done here in Total Drama Island, and we're not doing Sonics, and not also except My Singing Monsters Comic Studio and Cookie Run, and everything it goes for around itself. And where today's video that I'm just going to click here that I don't really like as well. So we're gonna be getting on to Pizza Tower, which is almost inappropriate for this thing, so it's more likely violence and very inappropriate for this thing as one of those games, or I'm not should be recommended to play like this thing as well. So instead of hot comics that we just completely reviewed, I suggest during Pride Month, it was actually, this is not adorable like this anything as well. It was pretty madness, or it's gonna be independently madness as well. So we're gonna be checking out the Pizza Tower Comic Studio, but I never get it for just as well. So I'm not gonna be making for just gotta be a little bit scam as well. And my idea is we're gonna be trying to using for some sort of for the backgrounds, I guess. With okay, we're gonna be going to add some Sonic. And we're not doing for just a little bit as well. Instead of Cookie Run characters, no cars, without any cell for to do this as well. So first off, we got our characters, and we're gonna be a review about this comic studio, which is you're not able to recommend it with this thing as well. So please, that I just didn't absolutely trust me. And I'm not gonna be doing for just only one thing as well, because this is one time. Bear with me. Because unfortunately, you're not recommended to looking up for this thing as Pizza Tower. It is also independently popular as well. So we're starting in characters. We're starting off with Peppino, Gustavo and Brick, Snick, Mr. Stick, Pepperman, the Villain or the, I mean, this is actually Vigilante. It is the Vigilante, the Noise, Pizza Face, Noisity, or Noisty as well, the Doys as well, Bucket, Toppings, Jerome, Pizzazonas, Enemies, Missed Characters, and In-Game Mask. So we didn't actually gonna be looked to up itself for its very first. I wonder that I should be recommended to go on to the mask as well, but not the exits. But unfortunately, that I just gonna be going into this category for this person. This guy was actually pretty extremely dumb, but that was very violent as well because I'm not gonna be using for this thing. And the next one is Mr. Stick, was actually for some sort of a handyman as well. So, pretty robbing for much stuff as well. And I'm possibly that I just pretty don't like. Because if you're not interested, I'm probably not interested. But unfortunately, I won't be doing for this recommendations because you're not recommended to go to the Pizza Tower Comic Studio. Of course, that they just eventually don't want to go here, especially for those ridiculously mouse and no pranks whatsoever. We got some sort of a handyman. And what things that is absolutely going to be loading for a little bit close is what these things I just got to be for like those things as well. So I'm not being to start off with just as well. And there must be another category. There is a sugary spire is currently work in progress. So what is those characters could be Pizzelli, and Pisano, and another enemies as well. So I pretty get it for just is gonna be going. This is not his brother, anyways. I'm pretty quite sure that I didn't actually gonna be doing for such as one thing as well. So not throughout for many animations or to do this as well. And let's go back into the basics. And we have some for the inventory like these things. We got the Pizza Mart. This is where the Peppino didn't lived in, or he loves his job as well. But our next things could be the doors, like anything before them. And this is his property, and the noise's property. And some sort of televisions, like anything it was. There is no sprites on here. And those power effects for these things as well. And we got some sort of food materials, pizza tower on the second one as well. I'm pretty sure these things are just gonna be going for boss fight, portraits, or just pretty whatsoever, like anything it was. So we have two pepinos. This is the noise. And this guy over here, potato, tomato, and a pizza face. And I really don't want, that was probably like unvariously serious, like an anime versions for these things as well. I never completely getting a little bit of stuff done for it. So even for that, we're going to edit for this guy was actually the noise. So even I'm not going to be doing this for one thing as well. Instead of going to be using for subtitles, it's time that we're going to be very used in a very scary time, such as backgrounds. So we got multiple of backgrounds, and the idea isn't going to be such as in a hurry as well. But not instead that you should be able to look around in the drafts, and not like something isn't going to be going for around for these things as well. So eventually added for many of those things as well. And I'm surely that we're pretty added for those things as well. So we're going to be load on for 3 about for these things, such as this. And I got loaded out for some sort of like these things around for many other slots. And the slot 2, there must be multiple of enemies and the guards as well, but there is one missing that I just pretty wanted to add. So I completely try to find for any of those background images to something ridiculous that I just pretty don't want. So nothing is actually going to be pretty over here. And a lot of those things we're going to be spawning around for the homeless people. I think this is going to be in the water. Or some sort of a deadly strategy is going to be going on around here. So, am I going to be added for some sort of a homeless people by the meantime? And this isn't going to be going for a recommend that I just try to do anyways. So, return to the characters, and I cannot believe this isn't going to be going for One Piece like these things as well. So I just added for some sort of capsation near the pizza face, or probably it's going to be going for the kingdom as well. So let's just try to add for some sort of a homeless people for around for the NPCs around here. So I'm not very sure there were way too NPCs or way too many NPCs as we really got anyway. I found out with this guy from over here, you should be going to be going for a little bit big as well, including for such as one guy from over here. And this one isn't going to be going for other side of the back. Isn't going to be really try to do this thing as well. So where are the Raven citizens? Or not even these guys from over here? I'm pretty it's not gonna be going to find around for it. There it is, the Raven student. So it really was. This is gonna be getting a little bit closer as well. I'm very sure this is actually gonna be going for pretty much I just learned for. And this one I guess. So I wasn't pretty getting for a little bit of these. And I'm certainly I got multiple of those homeless citizens around the town, and I gotta be no kidding me as well. So even though we're just gonna be trying to put around for these Captain Og or something like anything is gonna be even possible for just this once. So even though we got one for our Los Santos International as well, so should be able to put here. It was gonna be probably here for this time as well, including for such as one thing as well. So this isn't gonna be going for making a round piece around here, including like such as gonna be using for one thing. I'm gonna be using from language the chat, and it's going to be such as a workman from over here. So instead of like these things that going on one piece of this time, I might gonna be discarding like any time as well. So the next thing is gonna be for load number 3. But we got some sort of an animes and Grand Theft Auto characters such as Big Smoke, like the Luis and Michael DeSanta, including Carl Johnson and a Cluck and Bell worker. There's Herb and Dark Choco. But anything seems that they use for the tactics are going to battle against Dark Cacao Cookie, and their kids are just going to be going for running all the way for down here. So I better put some more kids, like anything as well, that should be able to run for just as really fast as possible inside the pizza tower or the pizzerita for such as well. But I just really can't keep it alone for just really one tough things that I just probably never be able to show you about for these things before the end of this video comes. And actually there could be 4 girls roaming around and try to run away for against something wasn't actually going to be going for really true to do this as well. So I just completely added apple cookie. And one more thing, should we add another one? And I'm moving from for those things 4 girls and 1 boy from over here for just as well. So I'm not pretty sure this isn't gonna be going for very far, and I just getting ourselves for one thing as well. So I never got really here for to do this as well. So the next one is cotton candy or like these things is gonna be going for around here. So but nothing instead around for it's 2 boys. He was running like it's going for one thing, but I cannot believe that I never just saw him running for just like it's pretty possible to do this like anywhere. He's just gonna be just running alone for only one reason, that he just can to run with someone. So we just not believe it that he's gonna be telling him why and how it should be gonna be wrapped up for today's video. I guess that is it, and I'm not being forgetting about for these things. Onion Cookie was alone with animatronics like nightmare monsters such as Foxy and or the Foxy or that red beast over here, and there must be a nightmare balloon boy. It wasn't gonna be going for round for this big, extreme, deadly cat over here between of it. So that's all that I just cannot believe it as well. And because it's very far too long as well for 15 minutes as well. So thanks for watching and for all your support. And I'm not going to link here for just about here because this isn't gonna be going for around here. It is not recommended that you're gonna be trying to say like anything as well, because the main studio is linked in description down below, because I really don't think that this game isn't likely for underage as well, so I better look for those next time for just a little bit as well. But unfortunately, I may going to get rid of all of there, or all of those as well. So not including for once again, because I just completely load back into load number 3, or load number 1 as well. So I cannot believe this isn't going to be going for very, just like it's saying, for about for those characters and stupidity as well. So I really wonder why. Thanks for watching. Is going to be going to the end of this video right now, of course. So this is going to be Turbo Concept is signing off, or I'm not sure. I'll be talking mini lads all later. So thanks for watching.